Hey everybody, I'm Kevin. On this channel, we're gonna go ahead and go over all kinds of stuff. Adventure stuff, truck stuff, bike stuff, trail building stuff. Just really the random life of Kevin is really what you're gonna see. So if you're into random stuff, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on some other random thing I'm doing in my day-to-day. And today we're gonna be going over the EcoFlow battery supply. It comes with a solar panel and quick rechargeable, and I wanna put this thing to the test and not just doing your basic charging your cell phone situation, because we're looking to see how much power this thing can really amp, how long it takes to charge, what it can power, what random things we can go to my friend's house and see what they've got powered just to see if we can keep up. And we're gonna go ahead and start with some of those household products. So let's hop right into it. First thing I see around me right now is a laptop. Let's go ahead and plug that laptop in. Looks like it's doing its job, looks like it's powering, no big deal. Let's move on to something a little bit bigger. So I got this pretty basic $20 fan from Walmart. It's 20 something inches across, definitely pulling some power. Let's go ahead and run this thing through the paces of the different power outputs on the fan and see if the power supply can keep up. Well, looks like it handled that just fine. Let's go ahead and move on to something in the bathroom. We're gonna go ahead and plug in a hairdryer. Something that produces heat is always pulling a lot of power, a lot of ampage. So let's see how the RiverFlow holds up to that. Okay, so it looks like it held up to the hairdryer. Let's move on to a bigger heater, which pulls a lot of ampage and a lot of power. And let's see if we can go ahead and get this thing working on this power supply. Looks like it's handling all these household products really well. Let's go ahead and head over to my friend Nate's house and see what he's got there that we can try out this power supply. We're gonna go ahead and jump on trying some things and plug it into this power supply to see how well it works and what it'll go to, and like see what we can make it fail or work for it.
Yeah.
So if you're on the side of the trail somewhere and you can use a drill press, totally got it.
Yeah.
So like you're just gonna carry the drill press with you somewhere.
That's it. Mount it to the back of your truck.
So it looks like we got it to work on both these things in here, and that was a scary grinder. And the drill press was actually kind of neat that it worked, because it didn't even like lack at all. It just did exactly what it was supposed to.
Yeah, turn it on and go.
Drill press is a pretty efficient machine though. Like it really does exactly what it's supposed to. So efficiency is high on the drill press.
Way better than a screw gun.
All right. Well, it looks like they kind of wrapped up here. I'm gonna head to the next spot and test this power supply.
All right.
So next we're gonna head over to my friend's house. He's doing a little home remodeling project on a rental property and see if we can't find some random use for it, because this is a product that's gonna sit in my truck. Let's go ahead and go grab the EcoFlow out of the back of my truck, because that's where I keep it, that's where I'm using it. It is no longer in brand new condition, but the important part about my product testing is I'm gonna use it the exact same way I use all my products. And if you've been following the channel, the bike stuff I use, I really don't take care of it and I really put it to the test. And I'm gonna treat everything I own kind of the same way, that it needs to hold up to the conditions in which I am really rough on things and throw it around, adventure, back of the truck. So let's head out to the truck and grab this power supply. I definitely just take this thing and chunk it in my truck. So yeah, you can tell that I adventure truck it up with skateboards and shoes and like my chest protector and my knee braces, and I'm just an array of stuff. Like you always have extra stuff, but so it's gonna be a lot of scrapes, scratches, dirt. Just it's never gonna be in the like new condition after I have a product. I've pretty much just beat on things until they give up, but there's quite a few products that have held up over time, like some of my box components. I need something that's gonna hold up long term and I don't have to take care of, I don't have to maintain, I don't really have to mess with. So I'm really hoping this EcoFlow really stands up to the test and something I can just keep in my truck all the time. So it looks like this power supply has done really well. It did a drill press, a bench grinder, We went over to buddy Seth's house and he was doing some remodeling at one of his rental properties, and it uses a router on the fly. So no need to run an extension cord. Just bring this thing out. It's super lightweight and really power anything you really need it to. So the EcoFlow recharges within like an hour and 15 minutes of 100%. I had another battery supply that would take like 8 hours to recharge, and I'm just not into that. I mean, I guess it's like the time consuming part that anybody can just charge it overnight. Well, I really don't have that, I really don't want to do that. I want it to charge super fast. I want it to be quick. I'll be ready to go whenever I need it within like an hour's notice. I want to be able to utilize this power supply on how I would use it on the day-to-day if I'm taking it out of my truck, recharging it, and put it back in. So it looks like we're wrapping up this testing of the power supply. So we really didn't get involved with trying out the solar panel because it's like overcasty on and off, and I feel like it's kind of like a variance of how much light's gonna hit the solar panel, how hot it is outside, what you're doing. I believe that the recharging within an hour in 20 minutes to fully charged is super impressive, and that's something I always can just plug into my truck and I can have it charging while I'm driving down the road. So I'm not really too much worried about the solar panel. Another thing that I really enjoy is that they eliminated like the weird in-cord power supply that a lot of other products have. They just went with a super basic Y plug and everything else is integrated. And I think that was a huge, huge thing on unnecessary cords. And everything's just integrated into one package. Very small, very compact, packs a huge punch in it, and super easy to use. It looks amazing. It's sharp. There's plugs on every side. You're not overpowering the front of the unit if you have a bunch of stuff plugged in, or if you use the side ones. Really a solid product. Weight-wise, don't even really notice it. It's really easy to carry along. So let's get down to it. How useful is this piece of equipment? If you're going out camping and you want to recharge stuff, if you need a fan going, if you're working remote and you need your laptop, if you're recharging camera batteries, powering your laptop, a small fan if you need it, really any size fan, because that fan's huge. Like that thing is blowing, like just blowing. Look at how my hair blows in the wind in this thing. So it really can do a lot for what it is. I think it's super useful. Anybody that's gonna be in the adventure overland game should have some type of power supply with a solar panel recharger, because when you're out there, you need power of some sort. As much as we all want to disconnect, we still need power while we're out on these adventures to power a lot of the things that we use on the daily, we kind of take for granted, but are really nice, like our cell phones or a fan or a cooler or a hair dryer, whatever you're gonna need. This thing, I can confidently say, is going to power all your needs, be reliable, and you can see I have all the scratches and bumps and bruises and scrapes on this thing. It holds up to a beating for somebody that really doesn't care about if it breaks or not. And that's what makes a good product to me, is if I can toss it around and not worry about breaking it or damaging it, and it just keeps on chooching, well, it's a winning product for me. And I really enjoy having a product that I can count on, that is always gonna be working, that I don't have to baby. The last thing I wanna do is baby a product. If you like today's video, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that jazz. I don't have a regular posting schedule, but what I do have is real life, random adventures, and things I go over that I wanna share with you guys. So I'll see you on the next one, and thanks for coming along.